Today we go over an update for Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 is currently filming over at Pinewood in the UK, as well as Cardington, and yes, even over in Jordan, Italy, and Sicily in the later months of this year. So what's really exciting to me is, of course, all of the different filming locations that both Disney and Lucasfilm are looking at right now for principal photography of Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks we've been going over all the different filming locations, concept art descriptions, etc., one of which all has to do with Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. Now, one of which is Kylo Ren sitting inside his chambers, both of his hands resting on his knees. He appears to be holding some kind of cylindrical object. All around him are multiple forms of Vader. In front of Kylo stands a masked Vader. To his right is Vader with half a mask and half of Anakin's. Let me stop right there for a second. That seems to me like the hybrid Force Ghost concept that we got in The Force Awakens that did not make it to the finalized version of the movie. And in conclusion, and to his left, what appears to be a battle-damaged Vader statue. So I want to go over a couple of things. Now, in case you guys have no idea what Kylo Ren's chambers really are, it's this room, essentially, that contains all these different artifacts that Kylo Ren actually owns. One of which is, of course, Darth Vader's melted helmet. And apparently JJ, since he is back on board, since The Force Awakens, and came up with the entire idea of Kylo Ren's chambers and Kylo owning different artifacts, we're going to be seeing more of this in Episode 9. Now, what could Kylo Ren really be holding in his hands? It's a cylindrical object, apparently, which could very well be, and I'm just speculating here, maybe it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. Somehow, some way, the acolytes of the Beyond found Darth Vader's lightsaber, apparently, and sold it off, which led a lot of fans to believe that the person that they sold it off to was no other than Kylo Ren. So if Kylo Ren has his own grandfather's lightsaber, maybe he touches it and gets sucked into a Force-back vision, very similar to that of Rey in the basement of Maz Kanata's castle when she touches Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Now, the other thing here is this. Why would Kylo Ren have a statue of Vader? If this actually does come into fruition for Episode 9, what's the origin of this Vader statue? Did Kylo make it? Did he find it somewhere? Could it very well actually have belonged to the acolytes of the Beyond? That's a huge question open on the table for discussion right now. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the more Vader, the more better, right, in Episode 9. I think that the more Vader, the better in this movie, because after all, this is the end of the end. Disney and Lucasfilm have made this clear on StarWars.com that this is, yes, indeed, the final movie of the Skywalker saga. This is it. So, with that being said, to me, Darth Vader is the face of Star Wars, and if you have him, you know, put in Episode 9 in some way, shape, or form, it just makes sense. So, the whole entire concept of the hybrid Force Ghost, I know quite a bit of you guys out there totally disagree with that concept and think it's really, really odd, and I can, you know, see your vision and all that, but the thing here is this. It's a vision, right? It's what Kylo Ren essentially is seeing, I believe, by touching a certain object that once belonged to Darth Vader. I'm not so quite sure if this scene comes into fruition, if it's really going to be a ghost of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader appearing in front of Kylo, at least in this scene. This could very well be that Kylo, whatever object he is holding, he's seeing these apparitions of Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker, and it could also have something to do with that statue that's in his chambers. And that's another thing that I want to get into, his chambers. To me, it's almost like Kylo Ren's mini version of Darth Vader's castle. Darth Vader's castle apparently has a lot of secrets stored in there, a lot of different artifacts, and a lot of things that will be explored in future canon pieces as we went over the past couple of days. We're going to be learning more about that. Hopefully, Kenobi's lightsaber is stored in there. That would be very, very intriguing. As far as Kylo Ren's chambers go, we're going to be learning more about this in episode 9, and hopefully it will unlock more secrets of Kylo Ren's past and the character of Vader. And that's one thing to be more excited about here, right? In episode 9 is exactly what is Kylo Ren's endgame? Exactly where is this character gonna go? Again, I am filled with curiosity for this movie, and I just want to know exactly how this movie is going to end with our two main characters, Kylo Ren and Rey. I can only hope for the best that it would be far different than the ending of Return of the Jedi, in which essentially it leaves us off at the end of all wars, and then maybe we can shift to the unknown regions in quite possibly another movie. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to